Centuries ago, a powerful emperor named King Janak woke up screaming from a horrific nightmare. In his dream, his kingdom was violently overthrown. He lost his wealth, his power, and his reputation. He was forced to beg on the streets, starving, broken, and completely ruined by a massive catastrophe. When he snapped awake in his luxurious palace, his heart was pounding. He looked at his gold, then remembered his dream, and a terrifying question broke his mind. What is real? The glory of this palace, or the absolute ruin of my nightmare? He put this riddle to every priest and scholar in his land, but no one could cure his torment until a deformed, brilliant sage named Ashtavakra walked into his court and delivered a truth that shattered his reality. Ashtavakra looked at the king and said, "Neither the palace nor the dream is real, O king. Only you, the one who witnessed them both, are true." You might not be an ancient king, but you are likely living out Janak's nightmare right now. You made a serious mistake. You lost money, you broke a bond of trust, or you destroyed a relationship you cared about. Now, you are trapped in a loop of guilt, regret, and self-blame. You replay your worst decisions every single night, acting as both the judge and the prisoner. But Ashtavakra's response to King Janak is the exact cure you need to survive your own past. He proved that punishing yourself will never heal you. In fact, he claimed your mistakes cannot even touch who you truly are. This legendary encounter is preserved within the ancient Indian epic, the Mahabharata, and forms the bedrock of a sacred classical text known as the Ashtavakra Gita. Within its opening verses, Ashtavakra does not tell the king to perform penance or carry his guilt. Instead, he gives him a radical metaphor. He tells him to look at the ocean. On the surface, violent waves rise, crash, and tear themselves apart. These waves represent your mistakes, your reckless choices, your heavy emotions, and the real world consequences you are facing. They look destructive. They feel completely real. But the sage asked a profound question. Does the temporary chaos of the wave change the true nature of the ocean underneath? No. The ocean simply observes the wave rise and fall. The deep water remains completely still, untouched, and undamaged. Ashtavakra's ultimate truth is this: you are not the wave, you are the silent witness, the Sakshi, observing a mind that made a terrible error. This is not an excuse to avoid accountability. It is the only way to actually achieve it. When you believe you are fundamentally a bad, broken, or ruined person, you stay trapped in shame, and shame only breeds more destructive behavior. But when you step back into the role of the witness, your processing changes. The next time a wave of intense regret hits your chest, do not fight it. Do not run from it. Stop, breathe, and use this internal script. Right now, my mind is experiencing heavy regret. I can feel the pain of the consequence, but I am the one observing the pain. The part of me that is watching this chaos is completely still. By separating your core awareness from your ego's mistakes, the emotional panic dies. You stop bleeding over your past, and you gain the absolute clarity needed to rebuild your life, fix your mistakes, and honor the boundaries of those you hurt. According to tradition, after King Janak received this wisdom, he didn't abandon his kingdom to live in a cave. He went straight back to his throne. But something had fundamentally changed. He ruled his empire, managed his finances, and faced his problems with absolute efficiency because he was no longer paralyzed by the fear of failure. He knew he was the untouched witness. Getting better does not mean waiting for your past to change. It means changing your relationship to it right now, just like Janak. To practically heal, you must take two immediate actions. First, stop feeding the ego's drama. When guilt arises, do not argue with it. Simply observe it, let it pass, and return your focus to the present moment. Second, channel that heavy emotional energy into discipline. Fix your daily routine, balance your responsibilities, and build a stable life through quiet, consistent action. The mistake happened in the mind, but your recovery happens in reality. If you are ready to drop the guilt and reclaim your inner stability, leave a comment below with the word stillness to signal your commitment. Subscribe to Seeker's Journey for more ancient blueprints to true mental freedom. Stay aware and stay peaceful.